Morning everybody, it's about 6:30 and I've been awake for a while. Spring is here. I had a blackbird sitting on the guttering above the window. I always sleep with the window open, even in the winter, and it was singing away, and it's a sign that spring is just around the corner. Oh, I've got so much to do today, it's unbelievable. I've about 4 or 5 videos to make, all different jobs and things I've got to get done in the garden, and we've got to work around other things that are going on this weekend and the weather. So sat down last night and did quite a lot of planning to try and get it all done. So here goes. It's been a busy morning. We've just scarified the lawn and fed it and everything, but I'm not going to show that in this video because there's going to be a specific video on that one. And all of the cuttings and what have you are now mixed with browns and greens in this pile over here. Look at this, it's like a swamp. So we've got half a compost bay full there with grass cuttings, moss, weeds and loads of browns, and I need to put those browns on the top as well. The weather's turning a bit now, it's clouded over, the wind's getting up, so I've retired to the shed, and been a really busy morning. And I've been to the garden centre as well, because it was Valentine's Day in the week, and I promised Julie that I'd buy something at the garden centre this weekend, rather than just buying some flowers that cost ridiculous amounts of money and will be dead within a week, or a box of chocolates. So we went to the garden centre, she chose a plant. I've no idea what it was. I don't know. I do the veg, and Julie does the flowers and ornamental garden. I'm more interested if I can eat it. That said, I do grow some marigolds and things just to attract insects and bees and what have you down to the plot, but I don't go out of my way to grow flowers. I'm more interested in the edibles, although I do know some flowers you can eat as well. Anyway, I bought some more seeds, as you always do when you go to a garden centre, and I've actually bought some chillies and peppers, even though I've got some going. They're last year's seed, and I've got to admit I haven't checked on them in the propagator for a couple of days, but there wasn't very many seeds anyway, so I bought some sweet peppers, California Wonder, so I'm going to put those in, and I bought some chili peppers, and it says very hot small fruits Tabasco, and on the pepper meter, which goes from 0 to 10, they are 6.5 or a 7, so we'll have a go at those as well. And I've also bought some aubergines, variety Galine, so I'll sow some of them. And from my seed box I'm going to sow some Kohlrabi, which is a purple and white Vienna mix, and some chard, white silver. And I was going to sow some pak choi, and I thought I had some seeds, and I've been through my box twice and I can't find them, but I'm sure I've got some. So I guess that's going to have to be another trip to the garden centre pretty soon. Anyway, let's get some chard and kohlrabi sown to start with. So I'm going to use one of these trays, and I think we'll probably share the tray for them. So as normal, just my spent compost and vermiculite. That's it. So I've got my labels written out. We're going to go with I haven't got my labels written out. I thought I had my labels written out. Okay, chard on that side, and kohlrabi that side. And thinking about it, I also need to sow celery and celeriac. So chard, it's nice seeds, chard, because they're quite big, so you can handle them easy. And what have we got there? Let's put a few more in. Probably about 10 there. And then kohlrabi. So what are you guys sowing this weekend? Anything? We're getting further and further towards spring, and it's definitely warm, isn't it, for the time of year, but I do worry that it's luring us into a false sense of security, and people might start putting things out a bit too early, and then we have a frost or two and it all goes wrong. I'm trying to resist the urge to go too mad at the moment, so I'm just going to cover those with some compost, and those will go up to the house on the windowsill in the conservatory, which is unheated, so if it's not a sunny day it doesn't really get that warm. If it is a sunny day, because it's south facing, it gets really quite warm. And I remember probably about this time last year we had a really warm week, sunny week, and it was getting way over 20 degrees in there, so we might get that this year, I don't know. Right then, next we'll go with we'll do the sweet peppers and the chili. So do the chillis. Tabasco, how many seeds do we get in here? So I'm going to have to make some room in the propagator. Oh, there's only a few seeds in there. I can't believe the price of seeds this year at the garden centre. Okay, so just put these in. I'm going to sow the whole packet, I think, because there's not many. It's probably about 10. I'll space those two out a bit. And the peppers, California Wonder. A few more in that one. Okay, probably about 10 there. I'll save these for next year, because I won't be sowing any more chilies and peppers this year after this. So I'll put those on top of my seed box, give those a cover. There we go. I could have soaked those in tea overnight, but I find as long as you keep the compost moist and they're warm enough, that's the real thing with chilies and peppers, is keeping them at 20 degrees or above to get them to germinate. If you don't do that, I find it's very difficult to get them to germinate. So we've done kohlrabi, we've done chard, we've done the peppers and chilies, so now we need to do aubergines. Now I am sort of bit of a gamble with these, with not having the polytunnel ready, and I think what we're going to do is start them off in a pot, because obviously I don't want loads of aubergine plants. Not many seeds there anyway. So I'll try and get 4 in there, spaced out. Well, 5. There we go. Aubergine. And I'm going to dig out of the seed box celery and celeriac, if I have some, which I think I do. So celery, celery and celeriac. So there we go. Now these like to be kept damp, so I will pay particular attention to watering on these, but they will just go up into the unheated conservatory and be left to their own devices, really. Celery. So the celeriac is Monarch, which I grew last year, and it did okay, but the slugs were the problem. But from the plant actually growing point of view, it did well. The problem with these is the seeds are so small, trying to sow a few is almost impossible. So just do your best to put a thin row in. And the same with the celery as well, they're really small seeds. The celery last year was a complete failure for me. I ended up buying 6 plants at the garden centre, a very reasonable price actually, and they were only small, they were only sort of a couple of inches high, but they did really well in the garden and there was a lot of celery. So again, try and sow a thin row. I just dropped about 10 in one place there. So that's that. Thin covering. Smaller the seed, the thinner the covering, or the shallower the depth. Plant it, and those will get water, even though the compost is a bit damp. They will get water because they do like damp conditions. So there we go, that's more seeds sown. So I need to get some pak choi. I've got my brassicas sown, first wave. I've got some salad sown. Onions are sown, leeks are sown. So I'm getting there now. And it's not going to be long until we're thinking about putting potatoes in, is it? I mean, I've got my Lady Crystal here chitting away, and it's only going to be another few weeks really, and I'll be getting these in. I might even put these in pots at the end of the month, and then if the weather stays sort of like this, and then at least if it does drop really cold, I can just bring them in to the shed or the greenhouse and protect them a little bit. But of course, you know, we could have snow in March, you know. In fact, I think we did last year, if I remember right. Yeah, I think I did a video and it was around March time, and I'd been out here planting things out, and we had a snowstorm that afternoon. So I think I'm on top of the sowing for now, and we've got a few jobs done in the garden. I've got some more slug pots out there today, or Julie did, in some of the beds. I need to do a lot more, try and deplete the population before we start putting stuff out. I've still got broad beans to sow. I'm going to sow those direct in a couple of the beds. Yeah, starting to get there now. So I think that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to be doing more videos tomorrow. I've got a lot of editing to do. I've been filming today. I've been filming about 5 videos because of the way the days worked out. So I've been doing a clip of that one and a clip of this one and a clip of that, and doing this video, and so I've now got all these video files that I'm going to have to somehow sort out to make different videos. So I'll be sitting there tonight doing a lot of editing, I think. But that's YouTube, it's all good fun, and if people are appreciating it and subscribing to it, then it makes it worthwhile. So thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this, give it the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.